make me glow.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Palumi. You can call me Lumi, you can call me Lulu, you can call me Mimi, you can call me whatever floats your boat, whatever you want, right? I've got a list, just pick one. Today I'm coming to you guys with a updated makeup routine. Yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna go straight into the video. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to moisturize. I don't know if you guys have seen my recent videos, but I told you guys that I had a really bad breakout because I introduced a new moisturizer into my skincare routine, and yeah, it's gone out now. So I've removed it and my face is still healing. I've literally just been washing my face with normal black soap, and I've been using my shea butter for moisturizing my face. Shea butter is just the least reactive thing to my body, so going with my got to be glue. So what I do is I put it on my spoolie and I just use that to brush my brows upwards, and I wait for that to dry. So I go in with my, if I can find it. Okay, so I go in with this eyebrow pencil. It's a dark brown pencil. I got it off my mum. I got it from Nigeria. So if you're ever wondering, my mum literally gets me like most of my makeup. And then I go in and fill in my eyebrows. So with my eyebrows, I start from like the middle to end part, and I just try to form like the tail, and then I basically try to blend it in from the middle, and then I go over the top. So yeah, if you guys do want an in-depth eyebrow routine, comment it down below. I'll film that for you guys. And then what I like to do at this stage is brush it through. Then the next thing I do is I go in with my concealer. Use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. There we go. NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I use it in this shade Golden. In my typical makeup, I use a mixture of like 3 concealers. Both of them are the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealers, and I use one in Golden and I use one in Golden Honey. Golden is like my full coverage glam makeup concealer, and it actually used to be Golden Honey, but I think that was too dark for me, and it's basically finished. And what I like to do is use like whatever's left on the brush. I know, it's so ghetto. Hopefully there's enough. If not, I have another solution. So guys, it's not enough, but I have another solution. I go in with my Kiko Milano foundation in the shade Warm Beige 130, and I go in with a touch of the Golden just to lighten it a bit, and I basically just mix the both of them together. I use that to lightly conceal. Yeah, so I'm always raising one eyebrow, so one may look more angular than the other. And then after that, I make sure that I put literally as much of the concealer on my eyelid as possible. I go straight onto the foundation bottle like this, and then I use that to conceal the top of my brows so it's slightly darker. And what I like to do is just spread that out as far as I can away from my brows. On to the next part. I go in with this dome brush, as you know, my mum got it for me. It's a dense dome brush, and I just use that to blend out the concealer. where I start the concealer, I like to smooth that out so it looks more natural. You guys probably noticed my new hairstyle. These are locks. Mom, I feel like I'm just mentioning my mom all the time. You guys are like, oh my gosh, like your mom. But yeah, she was supposed to send me the names of these. There we go. That's the taste I was looking for. I'll ask my sister. This is my green tea drink, and I'm using a boba straw because I am cool, I am quirky, I am alternative. Yeah, so I'm not like those other girls who drink iced coffee. No, I used to have a really unhealthy addiction to coffee, and you know, my friends actually forced me to quit caffeine. I still remember it. Taisha, Mary, if you're watching this, thank you so much for telling me to quit caffeine. Lumi's lemon and peach green tea drink. Yeah, green tea is healthy for you anyways. Coffee is actually not that healthy, especially when you add like all the milk and the creams and all of that stuff. So the next thing I like to do is I like to go in with my primer. Now you guys are going to be so surprised. This is the first thing I bought for myself. This is literally like the first makeup thing I bought for myself. This is the Revolution Pore Blur and Prime primer. I'm going to go in with that all over my face. Guys, let's play a drinking game. Every time I say my mum, take a shot. So I'm going to talk you guys through my foundation routine. There's two things that could happen. Es hora de comer. Oh, blimey. So there's two things that could happen with my foundation, and it really just depends on the availability of said items. So I sometimes like to go in with the Body Shop Fresh Nude Foundation, and I go in with the shade Caribbean Mahogany 075, and I really like this foundation actually. It goes on so nicely, and it's SPF 15 as well. But it is dark for me, so what I like to do is I like to pot it. I have this MAC sample pot, and I basically just squeeze, I pot it basically like that. I just put some in there. And then I go in with the shade Adjusting Drops because my shade changes a lot throughout the year. Like now, I'm looking quite light because it's winter, like winter, springtime. So as you guys can see, that's literally my shade. So I've been able to do this enough times to know like how much I need. And I go in with just like these splashes of foundation. So if you guys want to screenshot to know how much foundation I use, then this is your chance, because I don't have an actual idea. And if you guys take notes, I don't put foundation across my forehead. Then I go in with this spoon brush. I don't know if you guys remember them, spoon, like a spoon. I prefer using this in general because I find that beauty blenders just soak up a lot of the product, and I need the product. I'm applying the product for a reason. So the other alternative for my foundation is that I go in with the Kiko Milano, and I will say it again, it's the Smart Hydrating Foundation in the shade Warm Beige 130. So I either use the Body Shop foundation if it's available, because as I said, I am lazy, or I just use the Kiko one. And I just put that all over my face and I blend it in. For my concealer, I go in again with the concealer that I used, that I potted in here, the concealer that I put here. I go in with that because there will be some left, well, if you did it with the same proportions that I did. And I just go in like that, and I drag it out like so. Same thing on this side with this brush, and I dab it in. Now, I'm the kind of person who loves a bright under eye. I don't know why that has to be a type of person. I think everyone should like a bright under eye, to be honest. It just makes you look awake. Go in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer in my main shade, which is Golden, and I apply it right here, and I apply it like so. And then I go down the middle of my nose. I dab it lightly, like so, on the ball of my nose. And then I put a bit on my chin and I put the rest on my upper lip and a splash on my forehead. So now I'm probably looking like a tribal artist, and that is a-okay. And I go in with the darkest shade here. So just above my cheekbone. So I have like a natural contour that goes down there, and I used to put my contour down there and I used to look scary, but now I put it literally just above my cheekbone. So my cheekbone's here, and I put my contour shade right on top of it, right there. And I do the same on the other side bit, and I put some on my forehead, and I do my nose. The reason why I do my nose contour last is because I like my nose contour to be very gradual. I find that by the time I do my cheeks and like my forehead, quite a bit of the product is like off the brush. And this is where I use my beauty blender. Go in and I blend. I don't spray it. It's not really damp either, just because I don't really want the concealer to spread. And then blend this area out. I like to blend it down first so it covers, because I actually do have really bad bags. So I really do want my bags to be covered, and that is how I blend it out. And I very quickly do it on the other side, and then I do a bit of my nose. I think it's Anastasia Beverly Hills. I press that in right there, and I do the same on this side. Then I am going to set the top of my lip. I actually picked up this technique from Mela Child because my Cupid's bow is very prominent, and I find it so difficult to put like any lip product or like lip liners on it. And I kind of look like a cat. I kind of look like a humanoid cat, but that is completely fine. And I don't know if you guys still do this, but I still like to do this. I like to set my brows. This was the OG natural eyebrows before natural eyebrows became a thing. Anyway, Makeup Academy, I go in with their bronzer. This is the matte bronzing powder in Solar 130. My friend Mary put me on. I will tag her down below, so you guys should go check out her channel. Yeah, she put me on bronzer actually, because yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know where my eyes was looking before bronzer, but she was like, Pliny, why don't you freaking use bronzer? Like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, I can't find it in my shade. And she was just like, try this. So I go in with this massive brush. I got it from my mom, yes. I got it from my mom, and I go in with this big brush, and I basically load up my bronzer, tap it a bit because bronzer is scary sometimes, and I place that where I put the dark color earlier. So where I put my contour, I place my bronzer literally right on top of it. Anywhere that you put the dark contour, just put the bronzer there. Think of bronzer as the setting powder for your contour. That's how I think of it anyways. I don't even know if that's right, but my makeup comes out looking good, so yeah. So I used to really go heavy on bronzer, like I used to, but recently I've added something new into my routine, so I don't go as heavy with it anymore. I then go in with my Kiko. This is the Kiko Flawless Fusion in the shade 03. It's a bronzer powder, but I just use it as like an overall powder, and I just put it all over my face. Ooh, I think there's powder in my eyes. I like to go in with my contour brush, and I go in very like lightly. I just use the bronzer to do my nose contour, and then I put on the bronzer on my eyelids, because if you don't have time for eyeshadow, put on bronzer and call it a day. How I did my locks was, my mum basically helped she did the partings of it, so I don't know if you guys can see, but they're sort of like triangles. Yeah, so she did that all over my head, and then she used the band method. So she used tiny rubber bands, and then she gripped my hair, and then we used two types of hair, but they were both cane color. Is that how you pronounce it? I'll put the name up here. One of them is like curly, and another one was just literally like a lock form. And we put the curly one through, and then we used the lock form, like we spread it out a bit, and then we used it to wrap it. And yeah, these are about 18 inches. This is how long it is. So they're about 18 inches. Some of them are a bit shorter. I don't know, I think I like it. It adds to the whole authentic look of it. Going with a splash of mascara. I go in with any natural pair of lashes that I own. You know how it is already. We've got the lace bonding glue. Mirror underneath. Look down, and I place the lashes on. So I like to go in afterwards and just press it in. This is the secret, you guys. This is the secret that no one tells you. Yes, sir. Yes, her. Yes, her. Oh my goodness. Instead of yes, sir, yes, her. Feminism, period. And by feminism, I mean POC feminism. I mean BIPOC feminism, alright? I'll see that. Brush off my bake that I did on my eyebrows. And yes, this is literally a multi-purpose brush. I use it for everything. I have upgraded said blush. I have taken it to the next level. So I previously used to use a pink blush, you know, standard run-of-the-mill pink blush. It's her. This girl. As you can see, it's very cheap. It's not even up to £1. It's literally pennies. This is the PS Matte eyeshadow, the shade Fired Up. When I tell you orange blush is everyone's best friend, orange blush is everyone's best friend, period. Put it on my nose, I put it everywhere because it's beautiful. It is beautiful, guys. I don't think you're appreciating it. See how healthy and radiant I look? And I blend it in with my bronzer over there. And this, guys, is the finished bronzer look, okay? I need to get a new one because this is drying out. Oh no, I've got a dot. Should we make it a beauty mark? We're gonna make it a beauty mark. Makeup fixing spray by Makeup Revolution. It's in Rose Fizz, but I don't know if they do this anymore because I actually had to get a new fixer and I couldn't find this one, and I actually really like this. But anyways, gonna spray my face now. So I'm just gonna add some beauty marks, maybe one here. I'm gonna go with my highlighter, finally, and I'm just going to place it right here. Is the Primark highlighter, literally my favorite highlighter ever. My lip liner from before, eyebrow pencil, lip liner, same. I'm gonna overline my lips. Doing the baking just makes everything go on smoothly. So when I overline my lips, I love to just make my Cupid's bow disappear. I don't know, I like the whole look of like round lips. My mum actually gifted me some really cute NYX like miniature lip thingies. So I don't know the colors of them, but I'll show you guys. That's what that looks like. And I just placed that right here. This. Okay. And as you guys can see, this is the finished look. This is the finished product. I'm so sorry about the lighting. Like, I'm trying to fix it, but yeah, so this is my everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm so sorry if it was a bit disjuncted because I just don't have the storage. It's very difficult filming on an iPhone. This is it. This is the finished look. The lip combo, I usually just pick a random lip combo and it usually works out well. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on my lip combos, just let me know and I'll do that. Let me just give you guys the full look. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye.